plunges into crisis as finance and health ministers quit. Welcome back. The news in details. President Sisi and the United Arab Emirates Minister of Industry and Modern Technology, Sultan Al Jaber, held talks in Cairo on Tuesday to review means of boosting cooperation in various domains.
President El-Sisi received United Arab Emirates Minister of Industry and Modern Technology, Sultan Al Jaber, in Cairo on Tuesday. During the meeting, President El-Sisi hailed the expansion of UAE investments in Egypt, saying it comes within the framework of strengthening brotherly ties between the two countries. The head of state said ties between the two sides had developed significantly at all levels, expressing keenness on boosting them to achieve interests of both countries and their peoples. He also expressed his keenness on finding new cooperation horizons in all fields, especially in privileged sectors. For his part, the United Arab Emirates minister praised the trade and investment climate in Egypt.
Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli also held talks with the visiting UAE Minister of Industry and Modern Technology, Sultan Al Jaber, and his accompanying delegation on Tuesday. The meeting tackled the outcome of recent talks over cooperation projects, which will be implemented either at the bilateral level or within the three-party initiative, dubbed Integral Industrial Partnership for Sustainable Economic Development, which includes Jordan. Minister of Electricity and Renewable Energy, Mohammed Sheikher, said details of a deal to find wind power electricity generation project with a production capacity of 10 gigawatts had been finalized. Both sides also discussed horizons of cooperation between the Ministry of Communications and Information Technology with the UAE in the field of establishing communication towers. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi stressed on Tuesday Egypt's proud of the distinguished cooperation and relations with Cyprus. The president's remarks came during a phone call from Cypriot President Nikos Anastasiades. During the call, President el-Sisi expressed Egypt's desire to enhance joint ties with Cyprus in all fields, especially in the security, economy and energy field, in a bid to serve mutual interests. For his part, the Cypriot president asserted his country's keenness to exchange views with President el-Sisi on regional issues of common interest, as well as enhancing coordination in various fields. Presidential spokesman Ambassador Bassem Radi said that during the call, the two presidents also reviewed developments of a number of regional issues in the Middle East. Cyprus' coordinations with Egypt as a European Union main partner in combating terrorism and extremism and illegal immigration were also discussed during the call. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi directed on Tuesday the support for an establishment of Excellence Center for Women's Health, Diagnosis and Treatment of Tumors in Dar es Salaam Hospital and the provision of complete and equip its facilities by the Long Live Egypt Fund to present the center as a medical beacon at the state level. The President made his directive during his meeting with Dr. Mohammed Awad Tageddin, the Presidential Advisor for Health and Prevention, and Dr. Hamdi Abdulazim, the Professor of Oncology at Qasr Al-Aini Medical College. The head of state instructed the expansion of the approved centers for tumor diagnosis in accordance with international standards, taking into account the population distribution as well as providing necessary financial resources and equip the hospital's facility. Presidential spokesman Bassem Radi said the meeting witnessed the follow-up of the presidential initiative to support women's health at the republic level. Dr. Tageddin affirmed that the initiative contributed to the development of the diagnosis and treatment of tumors, especially breast cancer, through the use of modern medicines that scientific research has proven their ability to treat and reduce mortality rates, especially in the early cases, as well as to improve the infrastructure of diagnostic radiology devices and analytical factors. For his part, Dr. Abdulazim explained that the initiative has successfully achieved its core goals significantly over the past 2 years, with approximately 6 million women being diagnosed in primary care centers, referring to the reduction of late-stage cases in Egypt from 60 to 30%. The National Dialogue held a press conference after its first session at the National Training Academy in Cairo on Tuesday. General Coordinator for the National Dialogue, Dia Rashwan, addressed the gathering to review the significance of the National Dialogue for the coming stage. Inaugurating the session earlier in the day, Executive Director of the National Training Academy, Rasha Raghib, said the Academy doors would stay open for all public brackets during the National Dialogue. Addressing the session, Rashwan said the dialogue has space for all, adding that difference in opinion bears no harm. He said there is no room in the National Dialogue for those who resorted to fighting or incited it. Rashwan stressed that no opinion would be excluded and consensus is the main goal. He said Egyptians have ambitions and have high hopes in the National Dialogue. The Council is to announce its decisions to the public to allow for involvement in the dialogue through all direct and online means. A number of companies, hypermarkets and restaurants joined the Kulluna Wahed, or We Are All One initiative on the occasion of the 9th anniversary of the June 30th revolution. Marking the occasion, the participants will present special offers and prices discount for their products. The shopping malls participating in the initiative will also hold celebrations on the day. The initiative aims at providing various food and non-food commodities to citizens at low prices. The initiative has hundreds of branches, including key super and hypermarkets nationwide. The commodities are sold at a discount of 25 to 60% of its market price. Egyptian and American Air Forces performed on Tuesday a joint exercise at an Egyptian air base in which a number of multitask fighter jets took part. The exercise comes in the framework of boosting bilateral military cooperation among sister countries. The exercise included several lectures about unifying fighting concepts and exchanging expertise. The joint exercise showed the high professional level of the Air Forces. Palestinians condemned on Tuesday